Hey guys, thanks for jumping on the call. Today we are going to be talking about Facebook Shop. Wealth Accelerators, obviously we have many different automation services. Our company is an automation firm. We bring those done for you business models to the table where you're able to make that additional passive. So our company, I'm going to give you a little brief history on our background of our company. If you were here on the call yesterday, obviously you already heard this, but this is for the new guys. Our company is going on 3.5 years old. We are located in Orlando, Florida. That's where our headquarters is at. We have 7 entities below us. We're a multi-million-dollar company. Our oldest client in account is 7.5 years old. That account is grossing, it's our largest grossing account with Amazon FBA. They gross $250,000 a month in profit. We manage currently over 250 Amazon stores. After Amazon, we added Walmart automation. After Walmart automation, we added YouTube automation, where we have over 100 plus of those we're managing. Our largest account grosses $70,000 a month in profit there. After YouTube, we added the Facebook shops. It's actually Facebook Marketplace, and then eventually you get converted into a Facebook shop. So we have over 100 plus of those we're managing right now. And then the newest offering was logistics and trucking, which we went over yesterday. If you didn't watch that, you can go back to the TED Associates page and watch that video. But we will be on also every Tuesday if you want to come back next week and learn about trucking. But trucking, we have over now 135, I think we're going on 140 now, truck contracts in place. And then what's unique about that is we actually are providing one of our Facebook shops to the drivers of the guys that get hired for trucking. So Facebook shop, let's dive into that today and then stop me if you guys have any questions. Facebook shop, like I said, it starts out as marketplace. Facebook is limiting as how many shops can get opened at a certain time. So we start out as marketplace so we can just start getting, making you guys some money right away. Typically, you're going to start seeing income coming in, I would say by month 4, you're going to be about 2 to 3K a month, I would say, of passive. From there, we can scale it and grow it. It really depends on the credit card on file that you have that you come in with. We need a minimum of a 5K credit card. But honestly, if you want to see your store grow, you're going to want to come in at least with, I'd say, 10K credit card or more. But it's okay. Like I said, if you need to get started with the 5K, it's fine. Not everybody has the liquid capital for that. So you could always, we have funding opportunities if needed. We have a company that we partner with called Prosperity Capital if you are needing funding. The package itself is $25,000. So it's $25,000 to get started with Facebook. We can manage up to 3 Facebooks per client. Honestly, anybody can get as many as they wanted, right? But we can, at our company, only manage 3 at a time. We only allow that because we want to make sure we have enough resources to go around for everybody because we have so many clients. We have over 500 clients that we manage. So we want to make sure everybody gets a fair amount of time. So we can manage 3 per person. If you were to add a second Facebook, the first one's 25. The second one, any Facebook you add to another package, we actually discount it down to 15,000. So it would be 25 for the first one, 15 for the second one, 15 for the third one. Or let's say you were going to get a truck package. You purchase the truck package, you can add a Facebook for 15. So they kind of give you a little bit of a break when you're adding Facebook to another package. So that's a way to get a little bit of a discount. And then as far as that goes, so 25K to get started. Again, if you need funding for that, Prosperity Capital, we can share the link with you. They help secure funding for our clients. We call it OPM, using other people's money. So if you were to go through them, they would be able to secure funding depending on, obviously, credit, debt to income ratio. They're going to look at the whole scale when you do apply, but you could get a pre-approval. Soft pull in your credit. It's not a hard inquiry, which is good. So you can see if they can work for you. They're a broker and they have access to over 200 lenders. So they're able to get typically the best rate loan term possible for our clients. Last year, they helped our clients with over $4 million in funding, which is great. So they're very good at what they do. Let us know if you need that. We also have options to roll over your 401k if that's an option. So we can roll over that. It's not a loan against your 401k. It's an actual rollover. And then we also take cryptocurrency. So pretty much all forms of cryptocurrency as well. So with Facebook Marketplace, our company, Wealth Accelerators, it's a 70-30 profit split. So 70% would go to the client, 30% would go to us. And that's just for obviously our services and making you guys that money. It is drop shipping. And the reason why we obviously want to convert to shops, we are creating a Shopify in the background. And that's kind of a backup plan in the event that drop shipping ever goes away or they cut it off or something happens, because we all know how drop shipping, worked with eBay and with Amazon. And what happened with Walmart recently. So it's nice to have that option just in case, because we do foresee the future. So we want to make sure we have a Shopify. You have to have an LLC for each Facebook. So there are some limitations. LLC is needed and required for every Facebook. You also need a Facebook that has been active for at least 2 years or more. And then you also need that credit card, that minimum 5K credit card on file. But like I said, 10K would be better, because you got to think about it. If you have a $5,000 credit card on file, and you have a really trendy hot item that, you know, is on your page and everybody sees it and they're clicking and they're ordering and they're ordering and they're ordering, that $5,000 gets maxed out really fast. So if all those orders are placed and your credit card's maxed out now, you have to wait until money's collected from the client and then sent back to your account, and then you pay off and then it starts over again. So obviously the higher the limit, the more room you have to make, you know, grow more money. So we can typically scale it and get up to that 5 and 6K level when you have that 10 grand credit card limit. And then we can go from there. We have guys making 10 and 11,000 a month on their Facebook. So it really depends. Every month is different. It's not a guarantee, of course, but every month is different. It's always great during the holiday seasons, especially. That's when I've seen some big 10 and 11 grand numbers, when, you know, October, like Halloween, Christmas, for sure. Everybody's doing their online holiday shopping and stuff via online e-commerce. So especially during the pandemic, so many people are ordering now online, which is crazy. Like, they've never ordered before online and now they are, and they're not going to stop. They're not going backwards. So it's definitely the time to get into e-commerce. I don't know if there's much more about Facebook. So 25K, like I said, to get started, you need that credit card, 5K or more. LLC for sure you need, and then the Facebook for 2 years. Do you guys have any questions regarding Facebook or how it works?
I don't think I have any questions.
On the Shopify, so you are going to make Shopify stores?
Yeah, so we do a Shopify store as well. And honestly, it's kind of just, like I said, our backup plan. So in the event that they do stop drop shipping or something happens, it's kind of the backup plan if needed. So we can kind of convert that and pivot to almost be like a little mini Amazon FBA, right, for Facebook. So we have the Shopify and whatnot.
So as long as Facebook is going, then you would not, like, you're not actually listening to that until, that's just a backup plan.
It's just a backup plan. So yeah, in the event that the drop shipping stops, we have that as our backup. So we have a whole dedicated team also. So as soon as you guys sign up with us, you're assigned a wealth success manager. So they will kind of hold your hand along the way and tell you next steps and things like that to get your store up and running and going. You also have access to see everything on the back end. And then you give us access to be able to do everything in the portal and whatnot. When you're on Facebook Marketplace, we are using AnyDesk for the virtual assistant. And then when you convert over to Facebook Shops, it just gives us access through the system to be able to go into the back end. So you don't need to worry about anything. You know, we're able to handle everything start to finish. Any kind of customer complaints, returns, any of that stuff we do. You guys don't have to do anything with Facebook Shops. So the 70-30 split, the one thing you do have to do is pay us, right? Because all the money goes into your business bank account. So we're going to bill you guys for our 30% share, and you're just going to pay us the bill. So once a month you would have to pay the bill. That's it.
With returns, you guys handle them. We have a 70-30 split. How is that? Say we've paid you out your 30%, but now we get a return.
It gets calculated out the next month. Yeah, it's all calculated. Yeah, it's all, you'll see all of that within the statements and whatnot. It all gets calculated in there.
Okay. And if, say 4 to 6 months, we can be making $2,000 to $4,000. What's our initial setup time where I would be involved in getting set up? Like, what kind of time is it?
It really depends. Yeah, it depends if you already have an LLC or not, and if you have all those qualifications and meet those qualifications. If you don't, it could take a little longer. So the LLC would be the longest part, right? You do not have to have the LLC to start. We want to get you in, right? We want to get you in, get you on the list, get in line to start working on your store. And during that time is when you would go apply for your LLC if you don't already have one. And we can help with that as well. Our wealth success managers can help walk you through the steps if you need to apply for an LLC. It's pretty simple. We have a couple different companies we usually recommend, you know, like LegalZoom.com, or, you know, there's a couple different companies you can use to get an LLC going pretty quickly. But that's the longest part. Other than that, I would say within a month or so, you should be up and running, and you're going to start seeing sales. But I don't usually like to quote until you hit that 4-month mark is when you're going to see that real money, that $2,000 to $3,000 a month typically, and then it's just going to grow from there. So after that, it just keeps going. Sorry, go ahead.
So the 25,000, does that, do we have to pay on top of that to get the LLC and all the required, because you talk about AnyDesk and different things like that. Is that additional to the 25,000, or is that taken out?
Yes. So no, the LLC would be all on you guys. So that's something additional if you don't already have one. You're going to pay for your LLC and go through those steps. AnyDesk, all those fees, the monthly fees, when we quote that 2 to 3K, that's after fees. So fees, any kind of like virtual assistant or any kind of computer programming fees or software fees that come from Facebook, that'll come out first off the top, and then you'll get your share. But really, like I said, you get everything. So your whole 70% you'll keep, and then you would just pay us our 30. So we would bill you for that. And then as far as the virtual assistant fee and stuff, that all just comes out automatically. So, but again, that's prior to, we quote the 2 to 3K. And again, when we quote very conservatively. So we like to under promise, over deliver always. So yeah, we always give you kind of a lower, more conservative number. But again, a lot of our stores are making some pretty crazy money on Facebook. What's nice too is right now, Meta is pushing all of the ads. So we have computer systems with like an algorithm that kind of figures out what products are hot, what products are not, what's trending. We do a lot of research on these companies to make sure we find the right products. We don't want to get a company that has a bad rep or, that's been trashed in the comments and you can see that they're not sending products correctly or they're sending damaged goods every time. Like we do our due diligence with researching because we don't want returns. We don't want to take our money taken away or our time wasted. So we want to make sure we get the right product. So we source it out, but then Meta actually pushes the ads for us. So they have algorithms. These companies, these manufacturers and distribution companies are actually paying Facebook every time a sale goes through. So they want to push it. So they're pushing these ads in front of these people based off the algorithms, based off their searches, based off just talking, right? Because they're listening to everything we're saying. So they know what you want. So they're pushing that in front of your face. And if it happens to be an item that's in your store, you're the lucky one that day. So it's kind of an algorithm that they use and they push it for us. So they're just pushing and pushing and pushing in front of these people. They click on it, happens to be your store, you're the one getting the benefit. So you're like a third-party reseller through the manufacturer because it's drop shipping. So customer sees a product, it pops up on their Facebook. Oh, that looks great. They click on it, they buy it. Immediately your card gets charged and the product gets sent to the customer. The customer's money gets collected and then they send it back to you. So it's this constant revolving door of charge, payoff, charge, payoff. What's nice is when you do put a credit card on file, I recommend putting one that has like flyer miles or points or cash back so you can get some extra rewards there. So you can rack up those miles super fast and get all kinds of free trips. Any other questions?
Just as the backup with the Shopify, if that ever came to pass, how would the person get to our Shopify? Would they be on Facebook?
So that part, I mean, I don't think they've actually mapped the whole thing out. I think they're just thinking of having that as a backup because if Facebook shuts down, it could go one of two ways. It could be that way, or we could market and push it ourselves. So okay. We have, yeah, we have a huge advertising budget. I mean, we spend, I think, $290,000. They just upped the budget. So $290,000 per month in advertising. So it's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, so we have, it's if it's needed, it's not needed yet, but we have like a way that we'll pay if it's needed.
Okay.
So, because we want to make money too, right? We don't want our clients just sitting there not making money if stuff gets frozen or locked up like Walmart did, or like Amazon dropshipping did, or eBay. You guys have all experienced it, I'm sure. So. Yeah, but that's Facebook in a nutshell. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's our lowest entry package. One of our most popular, besides trucking. Trucking, I would say, is the most popular, but it's the most expensive also. So a lot of people can't afford that, so they need to start somewhere, and this would be it. So it's kind of the gateway to get into e-commerce, to get into making that additional passive. And it can be really great. Like I said, during those holiday seasons, it's just really nice to have that additional passive working on the side for you as you're doing something else. But the goal is to try to get people to realize that they can make this additional passive. Maybe new people that are coming in that have never done this before and looking for something. It's a good way to start making that additional. And then once they see how they can make that money, now they take that extra income and they catapult themselves and get another package. Maybe now they start with an Amazon, or they want to add a truck, or they want to add different streams of income. So another way that they can save some money, we do have an event coming up in June. They can actually save $2,500 off their package by purchasing a ticket to the event. The event is going to be on June 9th, 10th, 11th. It's a 3-day event. If they get the VIP ticket, would they come on the 9th? So the VIP ticket is like a party they're having where you hang out with the guest speaker celebrities and you're able to do some extra fun things. But the cheapest ticket is $497. So just for coming to the event, paying $497, you automatically get a $2,500 voucher off your package. So if you're thinking about getting the package, it would be nice to come to the event as well. We have Marcus Lemonis from The Profit is going to be there. Elena Cardone, who is Grant Cardone's wife. She's amazing. She's going to be speaking. We have Damon John from Shark Tank will be there. And then one other guest speaker, some billionaire. But it's going to be a powerful, weekend and room just to be in to network. So I definitely would recommend them coming. We'll share the link there for the event as well. And then you get to meet me and the whole team. So why not come? But yeah, no, it's going to be a great time for sure. So we have some upcoming packages. We're going to be announcing real estate automation, Airbnb automation, Turo automation, and then Instagram shop. We also have our own cryptocurrency that we're currently creating and our own blockchain. And then I'm actually going to be in Miami at the Bitcoin event coming up. So our team is out there, we're getting a booth. And so we have a bunch of people coming. So I'm going to be out there as well. I think that's coming up April 6th through the 9th is the Bitcoin event. So we'll be out there as well.